Some honourable member care to move that the House take note of miscellaneous business?
Mr Speaker, I so move. Mr Speaker, this is our last general debate for this session. We rise for the general election and it's game on. This is an election that the Labour-led opposition can win, will win, must win for the people of New Zealand, for the people like the 240,000 children growing up in poverty, like the people who are without jobs for whom we are promising jobs, like the people whom we are promising an increase immediately to the minimum wage, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, the contrast is clear. Today we announced an immediate increase to the minimum wage and another one next year, $2 more. That will put $4,000 a year into the pockets of low-income workers. Mr Speaker, there are 100,000 children in New Zealand in working families below the poverty line, and we have the plan to fix it, Mr Speaker. Meantime, contrast that with the National Party. What's their solution? Whining, dining and mining. Milk and disaster, and they're presiding over a dairy industry where prices are falling off a cliff, Mr Speaker. They are praying this election comes quickly before dairy prices go down and interest rates go up, before New Zealanders see through the fluff and the sham to what is really going on. And what is going on, Mr Speaker? 260,000 children in poverty, 2 out of 5 of them in working families, 40,000 kids hospitalised for poverty-related diseases, home ownership at the lowest levels in 50 years, rent and power up 20% each, so hard-working families, middle-income New Zealanders cannot get ahead. Meantime, more people are unemployed in every region of New Zealand except Canterbury. Half of New Zealanders didn't get a pay rise despite 3% growth. And 75% of Kiwis say the gap between rich and poor has got bigger as real wages fell in 13 out of 16 regions. And they're right, Mr Speaker. Meantime, sir, the top few percent are doing just fine. The top 10 now owns more than the other 90. And National gave them huge tax cuts while putting GST up on everybody else. That's their priorities, Mr Speaker. And now CEOs earn 26 times the average wage. Mr Speaker, the wage gap with Australia that John Key was going to close has climbed $70 a week to $190 a week, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, it's often said that politics is a tipping game. And we know this game is going to tip, Mr Speaker, because on that side, Team Key is a pretty sorry mess. John Banks, Mr Speaker, the man John Key kept on throughout his trial for electoral fraud. Judith Collins, sir, using her ministerial position to entrench and enrich herself and her family. What'd she get from the Prime Minister? A $5,000 holiday, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, Peter Dunn, the Minister who leaked the Kitteridge report and has never denied it, Mr Speaker, restored to Oharu and to the Ministry. Higher standards for New Zealanders? I don't think so. Murray McCulley, enough said. Jerry Brownlee, as an oxymoron, the Minister for Aviation Security. That's like calling Jonathan Coleman the Minister for Transparency about the FBI, sir. Or Simon Bridges, the Minister for National Parks, Mr Speaker. Or Maurice Williamson, the Minister helping police with their inquiries. Or Nick Smith, the Minister for 3 strikes, fishing for a new game, Mr Speaker. Or Richard Worth, or Phil Heatley, or Claudette, put it on the plastic hoiti. Or Aaron Gilmore, don't you know who the hell I am? Well, we know who the heck they are, Mr Speaker. They're the tired old National Party. They are the prop up the rich National Party and damn the rest. They are the government that's on its way out. This is the government that's on its way in. I say, bring on Campaign 2014. We're up for it. We're going to win this race. Thank you, sir.
Mr Speaker.
The question is the motion be agreed to the Honourable Heke Parata.
Mr Speaker.